Hey everyone, MLive's Brendan Quinn here alongside Michigan football beat writer Nick Baumgardner following Jim Harbaugh's Monday press conference, reviewing a win over UNLV, looking ahead to a game against number 22 Brigham Young this weekend. Obviously quarterbacks are the conversation as always, and almost got an answer today.
We absolutely got an answer today.
Just about why Jake Rudock's the guy and why he's going to continue to be the guy. What did you glean from Coach Harbaugh's answer?
He's the best quarterback on the team. That's what he said. He's the best guy on the team, which is what we basically all expected. And that's been the case from day one. And he went in and said, it's not even close. He's the best guy on the team, and it's not even a discussion. So, obviously the timing and he mentioned that, the only way to fix that is to continue in games, which makes sense. And it's just something they're going to have to figure out. I mean, it's just that they're not in an ideal situation. This is a guy who's only played 3 games with this team. He was at Iowa last year, so they're just going to have to find a way to make that incrementally better every week and win games in any way they can. And that's, ultimately everybody's got to do that, but it's not something you can really rely on right now as a consistent weapon. Maybe it will be down the road, but right now it's just not there.
I think what is 100% clear right now is that while the conversation continues, the name, people float the idea of Shane Morris or just making a change in general. That is not even on the table at this point.
I mean, he's redshirting.
Right.
He's redshirting. He's not even you saw it on Saturday when the game was out of reach. They put Wilton Spade in the game because their backup quarterback is going to redshirt. It's not even a discussion. It's not even anything that they've even considered talking about. And I think that comes from the fact that when they had their competition in camp, one guy won it by a mile, and that's where they're at. I mean, they all consider the alternatives. And again, consider who's picking the quarterback. Yeah. I mean, he would know, like we've said every week. So there it is. I mean, they've got plenty of other spots that are improving, and that's one that's just going to take some time, I think, with the timing.
Harbaugh was especially complimentary of the offensive line today and the secondary as well. When you see the secondary and the steps, it's a lot of the same bodies with the addition of Jabril Peppers, obviously.
Sure.
But what is so much more effective when you rewatch these games, especially?
Well, Jordan Lewis is in some sort of zone here. I mean, that's the best I can say. He has got himself into a position where his confidence appears to be very, very high. I think he's always been pretty confident, but his confidence in his technique, and he even said today a little bit a little more freedom they're given to sort of break away maybe from a technique. And I think that, honestly, I don't know if that's even a change in the system. I think that's just a change with age. He's a third-year player now. He's starting for 2 years, basically. So I think, and Channing Stribling's made a lot of strides. They're happy with what Jeremy Clark's done so far. But Lewis is really, to me, and everybody talks about Peppers, but Lewis, to me, is the star back there. Because you cannot. I mean, I think the only time he's been beaten all year was the touchdown against Oregon State, where the guy just makes a perfect throw to the back pylon. There's nothing you can do about it. I mean, he had 4 pass breakups last week, which is a ridiculous number for one game. That's great. It's a great day. Harbaugh said he was their defensive MVP. He is a true cover corner, and this team's been missing that for a while, and I think it changes a lot when you have somebody like that.
And even on top of that, Harbaugh said that Channing Stribling's the most improved
nobody's gotten better.
Player in the secondary.
Sure. Big strides there.
With the O-line, obviously he pointed to Callis and Glasgow as the most consistent the leader guys, and things like that.
Well, he said Callis was improving.
Callis was improving.
Yeah, he's ascending. He wasn't in the first couple of weeks, but he's gone. I think
he said Glasgow was the most consistent.
Glasgow's the most consistent, and Callis has made the biggest strides, maybe is what it seemed like.
And also mentioned Braden moving up the ladder and Mason Cole getting more consistent, things like that. Your thoughts on why it's starting to work? That first week was a disaster.
Yeah, and I think that it was finally. That's a testament to the coaching staff, in my opinion, because I think after that first week, they were able to put that on film and say, look, here's the deal. You are 3rd-year, 4th-year players. This is not acceptable. Go fix it. And they have, to their credit, they have made in 3 weeks, and I don't care who the opponent is. And again, I said this the other day, their tackle for loss numbers they're tied number 2 in the country in fewest allowed, which I don't care who they're playing. This group was horrible at that 2 years ago. Not very good at it last year. And they have made some from week 1 to week 3, they have gotten a lot better, and you can see it across the board. We'll see how that holds up against better teams, obviously, but can't discount progress, and they have certainly made consistent progress from first game to second game to third game. You keep doing that, and that's what you want.
Sure. Well, that'll be it for today, but we'll be back later in the week with another edition of the Wolverine Beat, so make sure you tune into that. As always, for Nick, I'm Brendan. Thanks for watching.